More events coming at WrestleMania, and I am just going to read this description. WWE, in partnership with Fontainebleau in Las Vegas, the official host hotel of WrestleMania, and the newest luxury hotel to debut on the Strip, today announced that the Roast of WrestleMania, featuring Tony Hinchcliffe and friends, will take place at the state-of-the-art Blue Live Theater Sunday, April 20th at 10 p.m. Pacific as part of WrestleMania week. Hinchcliffe, the internationally renowned comedian, one of the top roasters in the world, just ask Puerto Rico, and the mastermind behind Kill Tony will bring together top comics and entertainers for an unforgettable night of laughs and huge surprises. Set to join Hinchcliffe are WWE superstars Sami Zayn, The Miz, Braun Strowman, and Paul Heyman, and more.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think, like, were there reports or rumors of like sort of non-traditional like WWE events that were going to be, was going to be added to WrestleMania weekend? I'm supposing those rumors were indicating or were referring to this. I think a year ago, if they announced something like this, I don't think any of us would have really batted an eye. Like, Tony Hinchcliffe is a sort of notable comedian known for doing roasts, but now his name brings a very different sort of connotation attached to it. After, of course, doing that. Was it what was that?
It was the Trump
Republican
rally at
Trump
Madison
rally.
Square Garden that he did. And for those that are not following up, I mean, he was the comedian that made the jokes about Puerto Rico and insulting it, and it just blew up into this like gigantic story coming out of that rally. On the other side of it, there were a lot of defenders of Tony Hinchcliffe, and the guy is a super popular comedian. It is not surprising to me that WWE and TKO are working with him. This is not going to be airing, and as I mentioned with Brandon today, I would assume this is going to be the exact same that you see in a lot of comedy shows, but specific to the WWE ones that they've hosted, where you are not going to have any cell phone footage of this circulating online, because I would be stunned if there are not like Vince McMahon jokes and stuff in that realm that they are going to be going into that territory on a show like this. And I think that's almost what like these comedians would be naturally inclined to bring up, and that this audience is probably there to hear like that style of comedy.
100%. Yeah. I don't think, I feel like if anything, okay, no matter what you might feel about, I guess, this sort of comedian, what I think has been bolstered about like Tony Hinchcliffe's identity is the fact that he is expected to go to places that you aren't supposed to go, and I have to think, like, if
and that's what this audience will want too for a Tony Hinchcliffe show. And by the way, like Tony Hinchcliffe as well, like he's like a super wrestling fan as well. So it's like he knows this material as well.
If he didn't go into Vince McMahon territory, it would feel like he was being censored, and I almost have to think that that's not something that he would want to do if he was restricted in any way. So I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious about like what a roast of WrestleMania would sound like, with like an actual roaster, and potentially like what
you would definitely wrestlers? I think have gone to this if you were.
No, I actually would not have, just maybe strictly out of I don't know, taste. But I'd be curious to know what it would entail, what sort of jokes it would entail.
It's actually kind of like I read this, like this would not be something I would be checking out, but honestly, from like the fact that it's not being broadcast anywhere, I mean, it would be something I would at least be interested to see the show and where they would be willing to go here. And the fact that it's a WWE event that you are going to be sending talent to. First of all, if I was a talent and WrestleMania, you finish up WrestleMania week and then you've got to go do a roast afterwards. My God, I would not be built for that capability. But
although
yes.
Sammy, I guess like I would imagine some of the names announced here might be, you would think, wrestling on the first night instead of the second, if wrestling at all. Like The Miz and Braun Strowman, I actually don't expect them to be on the card. And Sammy, I guess, is a question too, whether or not he'll be on either show. This will be his WrestleMania moment. potentially. If you like this video, consider joining our Patreon, the Post Wrestling Cafe. Multiple bonus podcasts every week, ad-free shows, and access to our full archive. Otherwise, a like and subscribe is much appreciated. Thank you for watching.